Have you ever wondered about Willcox Gibbs needles? Together with my Willcox Gibbs sewing machine, these packets were inside a bigger envelope and they are labeled as 1, 3, and 4. As it turns out, these are needle packets. However, there were some needles that were loose and they may have been from the started packet, but I can't seem to clearly read it as a 2 or a 4. But how would I know what size of needles these are? There are two things I need to find out. First, the size of these loose needles. Second, can I remove the rust off these needles? I need to find out what the needle size is because a needle size corresponds to a stitch length and to a thread weight. There was also a price list for the different Willcox Gibbs attachments. It says here that the Willcox Gibbs stamped the needle size on their needles. Here is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. It also states on the price list that the patent date was marked on the needles. And yes, all of the needles had the patent date marked on them. Since these needles were bought in 1948 and have some rust in them, like these size 1 needles, I wonder if I can remove some of the rust on the needles so I can use them. So I want to do an experiment. I will soak the needles in 91% isopropyl alcohol for a couple of minutes. After 20 minutes, I take one of the needles and rub it on an 800 grit fine sandpaper. Looks good. Nicely polished. Now, I will do the same thing for the very rusty needle and see what happens after rubbing it with sandpaper. I think I got a lot of the rust out, and this was just done with some light sanding. Then, I rubbed a little bit of sewing machine oil on them. So after successfully checking all the loose needles, I found out that these are all number 2 needles. And I know with some light sanding, I can clean the rust off these needles. And if you're interested in how a Willcox Gibbs sewing machine forms a chain stitch, watch the next video. It is very interesting. Thanks for watching!